Hey y'all. Okay, Angela asked for a video on my bows. This is one I did in my first video. I wasn't really happy with it. It's so hard to do a video showing them how to do it when I don't do it all the time. But the bow, I still like it. I just think it needs another round of bows in the middle, but I will work on that. This is the one I did yesterday. As you can see, this is like a 2.5-inch ribbon. And it's really full. That's why I was a little disappointed on what my other one turned out to be. This is another small one. This is a 1.5. This was actually two put together. I did the bigger one and then I added these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shorter one that's kind of in between these. And we're going to try to make a bow, and I'm going to show you step by step. So this is, I bought at Walmart. You can buy it at any place that sells craft stores or craft items. This is the wire ribbon. As you can see, this does not have a double-sided, it's not double-sided on the image. So that's why you want to make sure that you are folding over and this is on the outside. So it'll be shown on the outside of your bow. I use pipe cleaners. You can use floral wire, you can use zip ties. I've seen a couple different videos, so you can use either one of those. So we're going to make this, but again, I'm going to do this smaller. So we're probably only going to go, let's just do 5 inches. So we're going to fold that over at 5 inches. And all this is you just flip it on itself. You just keep flipping it over. And you keep flipping it over. I can't remember how many loops I actually did on the last couple of videos. I just kind of eyeball to feel the thickness of the ribbon to see if first my scissors will cut through, because these are technically not fabric scissors, they're just sharp scissors. And then I just kind of, I don't know, you just kind of play with it. You can get any different kinds of ribbon. I have some smaller ones, but it is not wire ribbon. So something like this. This is just gift ribbon. So I'm going to try and play with some of this to see if I can do it. With it not being very wide, there's a technique that I do on the larger ones that I don't know will work on the smaller ones. But hey, I'm going to try it out. All right. So just kind of keep flipping. Keep flipping. Let me see. Probably do a couple more times. All right, I think that's about good. So I'm cutting a little further off than what the end is. All right, I'm gonna set this off because I still need to do the tail. You don't have to do a tail, but you can. So we take this piece here, and then this was the inside. This was the beginning piece, and I'm just kind of putting it over on itself. So this is the end, and all you're doing is flattening this down. Okay, you're flattening it down to bring the end piece, that was the outside, to the middle. Oh, that actually almost matched up there. Look at that. Okay, so holding this together, we are going to do 2 diagonal cuts in the middle, and then we're going to put our pipe cleaner to hold it together. You do not want to cut past the middle piece. So I basically put my thumb here. I take my scissors and I just start making a cut towards the middle. Again, it's easier when you have really sharp scissors, but be careful. Please don't cut yourself. And I flip over, keep my finger in the middle so I kind of know where it's at, and I do another cut on the other side. Do not pass the middle, because if you do, it's just going to cut it in half. And then you're just going to have a whole bunch of end pieces and nothing connected. All right, so we take the pipe cleaner and then I wrap it through the notches. So you can see those are the notches there. I'm going to crisscross this because this is our end piece. So I'm going to make that the bottom. So I'm crossing it over, flipping it back underneath. And then I'm going to twist it once, as tight as I can, or I guess like twice. And then we're going to cut the tail. So if this is how big the bow is going to be, I need something that is a little bit further than, I guess that extends out a little bit further. So I'm going to, so look, you just fold it in half and you see, yeah, because that's, yeah, and you can play with it. Since this has words on it, I could always cut it off to where it has Merry Christmas on both. Actually, I can do that. So we're going to make sure Merry Christmas is on both sides. We'll see if that works. I don't know. I I didn't think about it because most of the ones I use just use a design. And you can make multiple tails if you wanted to. You could have one of them going here and this way, whichever way, because all we're going to do is we are again going to slit the middle. And with it being just one piece, I'm just going to pinch it and cut through the wire. Just do not cut all the way through. Okay. And then we're going to get this. This is the bottom, right? Yep. This is the bottom. And we're getting this piece here and we're just tying it. Okay, and I'm going to pull it to the side so I can lay it flat. Now, on these end pieces, I believe this is called ducktail. You fold all of these. You're stacking them on top, lining them up, and you're folding them over. And you are cutting from the non-metal side, or the wire side, non-wire side. And this is, you're just cutting off a triangle. So then when you open it up, it's ducktailed. Okay. So we're going to flip this over, get these pieces off of here. Okay, so all you do is you start pulling out your little pieces, okay? Pull them out, and you're going to flip, okay? And the reason why you're just trying to get it free, because these both, as you can see, they're cut, so you can kind of maneuver them. And then we're going to pull the other side. Oh, pull this side. You just kind of move it out so it separates from that group. This side. And then you pull this side. And again, however big you want it, you can make it longer. You can make it shorter. You can do more loops. So that way there's just more loops that are coming out. And that will make it more full. Pull this side. And once you get, now you have to trust the process. Once you get this going, you're going to be like, oh, it doesn't look like a bow. Well, we're not done yet. But you got to get all these separated so you know which ones you're working with. And again, all I'm doing is twisting it to kind of free it from the bundles on each side. Okay, so I'm going to lay this flat. And then you just start shaping these. It's wire, so you can kind of move them around. You can pull some to the front, some to the back. You just kind of want to get them fluffed up the way that you want. So we can even make a middle piece. That one may be a good middle piece. All right, so we're going to pull this one to the back. Now this piece here, this was one of our starter pieces. I'm just going to cut this one down a little bit closer to the end, not all the way through at the crease, because I need to keep the other side of this, but I'm just going to cut this out. Get this out of the way. Okay. And then move that around. So then we need one on the bottom. So you just kind of move this around here. And I need another one on the bottom. Okay. So then you just, again, you just start fluffing these up. You can move them around if there's an area that looks like it's not as full. You stick your fingers through the loops, and because it's wire, you just kind of spread them out so they will fan, and you can make them fuller. You just kind of keep playing with them. And you just keep moving around to make sure all of your pieces, your little bows, are facing the way that you want them to. And then it looks, you know, you just keep playing with it till you're happy. So there is my bow. I'm looking at this from the side, so let me look, yeah. Let me move this over here. So when you cut those slits, that makes it easier to move these things to any part of the bow. Like you can move it around to the other side if you needed to. Again, you just kind of have to get them all separated, and then you just start going through and fluffing. And you just fluff each one of the bows just to get the feel that you want. And again, you can have some in the back, so you can kind of push them down further. Let's get this one down back here too. Let's get this one down at the back. And I mean, I can sit here and play with this for 20 minutes and fluff it out. So that's what I have. And then, of course, oh, that just flipped over. So there's your Merry Christmas. You can maneuver these to hang down like this. Hang down like that. And then this in the back can attach to a bag, or you can attach it to the ribbon that you're wrapping around a package. Again, you can make these as big or as small as you want. You can use the 1.5 is better for the smaller ones, and you fold it over more to get it more full. On the 1.5, I did really big loops. So I can kind of show you this. I could even place this one inside of that one, and I could take this to attach it around. And I just find the middle. And I pull, oh, actually I like this. So I just find where I think is the middle, and I flip it over. So I'm pulling up the pipe cleaners, and I'm twisting. And then I'm going to also twist the original ones around this as well. Just trying to make it all tight. So that way it holds it together. And so then, now that you have both of them together, you just kind of fluff it out to what you like. You can put these on your packages. You can put them on your Christmas tree. You can just put them around the house and attach them to the wall. So this one has 2 different ducktails. I could even move the ducktails closer together. Move this one kind of down here so it flows underneath. This one down here. So, but there you have. There's a bow. This was from my first video. This is from the video we just finished here. So those are 2 bows that we put together. I hope you enjoyed it, Angela. I love you guys, and I hope you have a blessed day.